in terms of the other five candidates,
Right.
how are you different than any of the other five candidates? Not your background, because everyone has a different background, but maybe in terms of policy. Where do you think you differ from the other five?
Well, thank you. In these congressional races, not just in ours, but all across the country, every Republican's trying to say they're the most conservative, they love Trump the most, et cetera. But I've laid out specific platform that I haven't seen, and it's 5 parts. Number one, I specifically, as far as I know, I'm the only candidate in the nation specifically called for the death penalty for fentanyl importers. 107,000 Americans killed in 1 year, and that brat is more than died in the atomic bomb on Nagasaki. It is a chemical weapon. Secondly, I've specifically called for the death penalty for child traffickers. Then third, I mentioned this the other night, but we've got to get the military involved in closing the border. We have 11 unified commands, 4 that are functional. I'm calling for a 5th functional command called United States Border Control, a border command to seal the borders because, we can't do it with the Border Patrol anymore. It's too much. And then I'm calling for rogue prosecutor laws. We've got to prosecute the likes of Jack Smith and Fannie Willis if they bring prosecutions solely for political purposes. I'm the only congressional candidate in the nation that's with this type of platform specifically call for all this. And finally, I mentioned this the other night, but I'm pushing, we have nearly 3 million federal employees, $16.3 trillion spent in 2023. That is large. It's more money than the gross domestic product of every nation on earth except for China and the United States. So our federal spending exceeds Russia, Britain, France, you name it. The Administrative State Reduction Act would first freeze all hiring and then reduce the federal workforce by 50% over 10 years. That's a specific plank of my platform. I don't know that any of my candidates in this race have any specific platform. So that makes a difference, I think.